podcast. I'm Joleen Santos, our Associate Director of Internal Marketing, and I am here with
Jennifer Valentine, Team Lead for Creative Media.
And today, Jen and I are going to go and talk about graphic design.
Yes, very exciting topic.
Yes, so first thing we want to just go over with everybody is, why do you need a graphic designer, Jen?
It feels like we are constantly explaining why businesses need graphic design. And the simple answer is that it extends your credibility. It really makes you look professional, like you have it together, and adds to brand awareness. Very important.
Why shouldn't I just hire my daughter, though, to throw me together a logo on Canva?
Well, I never recommend working with relatives. It's really never a good idea. It's always best to hire professionals. That way we can remove some of the personality and the personal baggage that might come along and just collaborate in a more professional environment.
Yes, and we're allowed to provide our marketing input, and we always know a little more about the industry, so we can help provide that third-party advice for them.
Right.
So what are a few things that I can do? We're halfway through the year. A lot of businesses are like, crap, it's crunch time.
Right.
I need to make my goals. So they're looking into new ways they can incorporate into their strategy right now. What are some graphic design things they could invite in to bring up their business for the next half of the year?
Sure. So we're seeing a huge trend right now in print media. Everything that is old is new again, and people, they're so excited. Customers love little note cards. They love packaging. So if you have a mail order business of some kind, having a note card that you can include with that packaging, or even designing the box. Also, we're seeing an uptick in direct mailing.
What?
I know.
Who checks their mailbox anymore?
Listen, a lot more people check their mailboxes now than they ever did, and they are sorting through that because they've kind of interfaced with their phone like enough times so where emails just kind of get deleted.
I think there hits a point where we're like, okay, we've been online too much. Everybody's trying to have that relief, the mental relief.
Right.
So I do say now I have started to sort through my mail, and I see these coupons, and I feel so special.
Right.
They would say, hey, Joleen.
Yes. So we have a more personalized interaction with our print media. Like, you have something to hold and touch and feel, and it just makes it a little more special. Now is also a good time to reintroduce yourself as we go into the holiday season.
Yes.
So it would be a good opportunity to relaunch your business, maybe with a brand refresh or something like that.
Okay, so brand refresh. When I'm doing a brand refresh, what should I do? Should I just pop out with a new logo?
It's always best to keep it simple and to integrate as much of your old design into your new as possible. So if you have a familiar tagline, keeping that, introducing your customers, really having a reintroduction campaign, I think, Joleen, to where you can say, if you are going to make these big changes, say, hey, welcome back to Joleen's Basket Emporium. Here we have a new logo for you. So I think just making it purposeful, that way you can introduce yourself to your customers.
Yes. So, and a good thing about that is because they're halfway through the year, they probably forgot about you.
Right.
And you need to be remembered by the time the holidays come around. Right. Because you want those sales.
Right. Because they're shopping right now. Yes. Christmas in July is a real
thing.
It's a thing.
It's a scary thing, but it's a thing.
It's still a thing.
So we talked about print media, we talked about direct mail, and we talked about, revamping for the second half of the year and reintroducing yourself. How do some of these things help me grow my sales, though? I mean, for an average business owner, you're probably thinking digital or print. Either way, what is graphic design really going to do for me sales-wise?
Well, that's a very good question, and that's one that we have to answer a lot as graphic designers. And I think one of the biggest ones is it just leads to your credibility. If you had an iPhone and it had terrible graphic design, and just terrible design all the way around, you might not think, oh, this thing is a trustworthy thing that I can put on my passwords and my bank account statements on. If they've just got a handwritten note on there that says apple.
Yeah.
Like
A squiggled little apple on the back.
literally no one is going to be looking at you twice.
No.
But if you have a clean, consistent marketing campaign that includes graphic design, it just lends to your credibility. And that is really it. People don't want to feel like they're, doing business with some fly by night, and it really legitimizes your business.
Yes, because sometimes I think as a business owner, you really want to get started, you really want to get your name out there. So some of these small things may seem not important to you. You may think like, what? I can just make a little logo on Canva and like, let's get these sales going. But then you're wondering like why people don't know who you are, why they're not remembering you, your return customer might be low. And that's kind of what Jen was just talking about, how you really need to make that impression and make it stick.
Right.
So what are some other things that you think we could do in Q3 and Q4? Because let's not forget, guys, the end of the year is coming. Goals need to be met.
Yes.
So what are a few things you would encourage business owners to look at right now and revamp, or maybe just redesign, or even a whole new idea they need to bring into the picture?
Right. So for businesses, getting that, I'm going to say it again, getting that direct mail campaign going.
Did you hear her?
I said a direct mail campaign. So you need a direct mail campaign in some kind, and you can introduce people and start talking about the holidays, start talking about back to school, start talking about the end of the year and
what
setting
should I
goals.
put in my direct mail campaign?
Your address. Just kidding.
I mean, of course.
Yes, of course. You definitely should put where businesses can find you, some kind of referral program that they can get involved in, like if they come shopping with a friend, because it's always best to go with friends.
Friends don't shop alone.
They don't let friends shop alone. So you can have a coupon or some promo code that they can use. People love that.
Love a good coupon.
An online way to shop is always nice.
I love a good code that I can take online and get a discount.
Right.
Oh, I love it.
And that's what a lot of local businesses really struggle with, is online big conglomerates who will go unnamed. So they struggle in how to compete with that market. And so if you offer customers the ability to shop online, then they're happier, and you can send them that beautiful piece of direct mail so that way they'll know that you're around.
Yes, that's amazing. So we're going to start sending out some direct mail in this second half of the year. But what is one other thing that you think business owners may not be looking at right now that could put a stint in their sales? So maybe they are looking at their sales right now and they're kind of thinking like, man, I'm really not hitting even my half year mark that I wanted to hit. So what is something they should be looking at that maybe would be affecting their sales negatively?
If the customers just don't know about them.
Yes.
Does the customer know? You can have the best product under the sun, and if no one is aware that you're out there, then are you really making any sound?
Yes.
So that's so important. And having a good graphic design campaign that involves social media, that involves direct mail, I said it again, and involves a clear, cohesive strategy from the ad leaf, then that way you can get your customers to know where you are.
Yes, and I think overall our main topic that we want to get across to you guys today is it's all about brand awareness and how you build that and how you keep your reputation going and how you take it to the next level, because you want eyeballs on you, then you have to take a look inside and how you can go to the next level. And this year is almost ending, which is crazy that we're already in July.
I know.
It's insane.
I know. Month 7.
Oh, I can already hear 2023. So it's time for you to start making your new goals and making sure you crush those old ones. Is there anything else we want to mention about graphic design, Q3 and Q4?
Absolutely. So before this year closes out, there were some very exciting trends in graphic design.
Ooh.
And this is another thing that kind of links your customers, because if they see something that's trendy, something that is very current and right now, it's going to grab their attention and get it away from the big box stores who we won't mention. So a lot of our trends in design right now is the 90s.
Oh my gosh, the retro vibe is back.
The retro vibe, I don't know that it ever left. It just shifted from the 80s, and then we're just kind of going through the decades, and we're going into the 90s.
Yes.
So you're seeing a lot of grunge revival, you're seeing a lot of anti-design, a lot of bubble letters, a lot of really cute fun stuff from the early 90s. But then you're also going into the Y2K,
Yes,
which was like an absolute, and Y2K is a really big trend because we were super scared of our technology, like coming to get us when that clock dinged on midnight on 1999. It was a little freaky, girl, I mean it. And so we were scared of our technology, and then after Y2K came and went, and we were like, okay, this isn't so bad. So we started embracing tech again and getting our design to look like that.
Yes.
So
I'm loving some of the fun colors I've seen being incorporated, the new fonts, just the vibes. I'm like, wow, this is really throwing it back, but almost like bringing it back alive.
Right.
In a new way.
Yeah, it's making it so new. And that's an important point. Is like everything's all been done. However, how we arrange those are where we find the unique, beautiful things. And with fonts, getting this experimental typography is just so right now. And if you have that marketing campaign, people are going to look at your direct mail and they're going to say, oh my goodness, they get it.
Yes. You're with the times.
Right.
You don't look old and outdated and not exciting or fun. You're grabbing their attention.
Right.
Which we love. We love that.
We do love
and
that.
And then what does that equal? More sales, more customers.
More,
Beautiful.
More
Goals
money.
Met. So as the end of the year approaches, we encourage all of you to take some of these great tips that Jen and I just gave to you and reach out to us so we can help you get that direct mail campaign started.
Yes,
and in our next episode, you will hear about content marketing with Miss Gina. So that will be amazing.
She's amazing. Yep.
And that is all we have for you today in our Marketing Minute podcast. You can watch on LinkedIn and Facebook, and you can listen on Apple Music, Spotify, and we'll see you in our next Marketing Minute podcast. Bye, guys.
Bye.